What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris, as always with me,
Liam.
And today we are diving into Daredevil Born Again, episode 7. Is Disney doing a good job? Are they ruining Daredevil? Do you think they're going to have an amazing comeback? What did you think of the death that happened in this episode? We're going to dive into it all as we discuss the entire episode. But before we do, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another episode. And if you want to get behind the scenes access, shout outs on the videos, cool stuff, you can be a member of our Patreon. And for as little as a cup of coffee, you can, get cool stuff. So all that out of the way, let's dive in.
Yeah, gotta see Matt Murdock kind of fucking his relationship up a little bit.
Yeah.
He pretty much got caught with the bruises, and he's like, makes up some bullshit lie, and she's kind of starting to distrust him, I think.
I think it's really just par for the course with Matt Murdock, especially as far as Matt Murdock, Daredevil in the TV series is. It's like, it's only a matter of time before anyone who's really close to him figures out he's Daredevil. Like everyone does.
He's not very good at it.
He's not very good at hiding who he is. Yes. We have his partner-in-law, Duffy there, McDuffy, who's about to find out who he really is. The girlfriend who just, got rescued from that traumatic scene that we're going to talk about, which definitely knows who he is now. Yeah, so he's just really not good at hiding it.
Fisk.
Yeah, so it's par for the course. Everybody knows that Matt is Daredevil, and just, I guess there's nothing they can do about it, because who's going to call out a blind guy?
One of those corrupt cops. They totally would. But again, no fucking Punisher again.
I'm very upset that, one, I never like getting my predictions wrong, so it's always a bummer to get that. So definitely want to own the fact that I was completely wrong about that. But also, yeah, man, I wanted way more Punisher. I don't know if they're setting it up for something big in season 2. I actually was I was so disappointed in these last 2 episodes, I would say, because we had a shitty episode, a good episode, a shitty episode. So of the last 3 episodes, 2 of them were crap. And so I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like, why would this be the Daredevil we know and love? Why would it be such a train wreck all of a sudden? And I did a little bit of digging, and apparently the original team that wrote this series got fired at episode 6. Kevin Feige, owner, the head of Marvel, was like, nope, not good. We're not going forward with this anymore. Fired the entire team, and then brought on one of the producers from the original Punisher series, who are actually the writers of this episode and the rest of the season, and then season 2. So that gave me a sense of hope that I wasn't the only one who noticed that this was a fucking dumpster fire of a show when it was so good back in the day, and that it needed to be changed, but also that they're actively doing something about it. So I was just like, okay, maybe the rest of the season can save itself. And I guarantee that's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're going to watch Punisher show back up. You're going to see more of more of the original cinematic plots of Daredevil that we're used to. Because I feel like these last couple episodes have served nothing but, a couple of cool fights. But the way they played Muse out in this episode, I was just like, what was the point of all that?
That's what I was going to get to. I was like, the Muse death felt fucking lazy.
I am by no means a Muse expert, but from the way I understand it, is his character has superpowers and is inhuman, right? So through the process of Terrigenesis and Black Bolt and all that shit, he creates all the Inhumans across Earth, right? And Muse is supposed to be one of these Inhumans. At the very least, has powers that counter what Daredevil can do with his sensories. His sensory abilities that make him Daredevil directly can get countered by what Muse can do, right? So he makes him a really great villain to fight Daredevil. And in this, it was just some kid with trauma who was really good at Taekwondo.
I don't know. I was so annoyed with this episode. But Fisk, can you explain a little bit more about what happened with the scene where his bodyguard, employee, whatever, shot whoever came in?
Yeah, so this is just more of watching Fisk slowly descend into the true Kingpin himself again. And that whole thing was a nod of Vanessa being a huge catalyst force to wanting that person to come back as well.
Okay.
So she sent him there to die, not to kill. Like, she never once thought like her husband's life was in danger, like at all. Like, that was never a question to her. I don't think she was ever of the mind that he was going to die. She knew that she was sending, his name is Luca, to his death. Like, that mob dude was going to his death. She knew that. Whether or not Fisk was going to rip him apart with his bare hands, or how it was going to go down, she wasn't sure. And I think that's what she wanted. She wanted to push it a little bit further and get him closer to Kingpin again.
He was unfazed the whole time.
And he's back to eating huge meals every meal now.
Yep.
He's no longer hiding his indulgence.
And I don't know if we can give them credit for that anymore because of what you mentioned about the change of writers. So I'm not sure if that's going to tie in as nicely as the nice subtle stuff we got in the first 6 episodes.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think of that. I had to do a little bit of digging to figure out why was this so chaotic? Why was this not the Daredevil we know and love? And, luckily, we weren't the only ones who noticed that. So what did you guys think of that? Did you also, did you enjoy the first couple episodes? I know we were really invested because we loved the characters, but we were also dragging a little bit with certain parts of it. So
I like how Fisk was like, yeah, ask Vanessa if she wants this meal or whatever.
Yeah, that was really,
he knows.
That was the cherry on top that the thing that sealed the deal for me, that let me know that they were both in cahoots, knowing exactly what was going on. Like, Vanessa knew, Fisk knew what Vanessa knew, and Vanessa knew what Fisk knew, and they both were in cahoots on the whole thing. That's what really cemented to me that she never wanted him to get hurt. She was really just pushing him over the edge. And then, of course, we've got Fisk doesn't even have to raise a hand, right? He doesn't have to do anything. He just keep eating because he's got people who are so loyal to him, just like Buck, who would just hide in the shadows and snipe somebody with a Uzi, which was hell of a shot with that kind of weapon. Hell of a shot.
Do you think that Matt Murdock's love interest, the therapist, do you think that she's going to be killed off shortly? Because I feel like that's what they're kind of building it up to.
I don't know. The only other experience I have of her is in, unfortunately, the Ben Affleck Daredevil, where she breaks up with him. And that was the only real thing. It just adds more trauma to that character in that movie, right? Mm-hmm. He's going through this downward spiral. But I think...
Because her name is Heather, right?
Glenn. Dr. Glenn. Heather Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she is a comic book character. She does have origins from original Marvel. I don't know if they'll kill her off. The way they just did Muse so dirty, I don't know what they'll do anymore. I hope that they'll create more of a love interest to the point where she finds out who he really is, and then ultimately maybe has to leave him just like Karen does because she can't be a part of that destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. What do you think?
I think that they're going to kill her off.
Yeah.
I feel like that trauma is going to send him over the edge and give himself the permission to do all the bad things the way Punisher wants.
Mm. So then how does that correlate to her? Oh, so she gets killed.
Yes.
And then he goes full, just unhinged.
Yep.
Okay. Because I was coming from the lens of, as a story writer, if you were to write the story for this, well, the only way she doesn't move forward and write the book about the Mask's vigilantes and expose Daredevil and her boyfriend now, the only way she doesn't move forward with all of that is if she gets killed off. Because now she has to keep this big secret, and it literally goes against what her life plan was.
Yeah, and which would have a lot of people asking questions as well, too, because everyone knows that that's what she's working on. She tells everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a hard sell other than she gets killed.
No, she could do it for love, too, because they did say they loved each other in this episode.
Yeah. We'll see.
But
all theories.
But now knowing all the writer change thing, that kind of makes me feel less confident in knowing where they're going based on certain episodes, because we're now going off a bunch of different writers for half the series.
Well, it's pretty common for a series to have multiple teams of writers, and certain teams will work on certain episodes or certain teams will work on other episodes. It's not stuff like Daredevil is so massive that we don't have one writing team writing every episode.
Yeah.
However, they have a through line, they have an understanding, but I think ultimately that comes from the top, and then they have to weave it in. Their creative abilities are not necessarily, they're more harnessed than if they were allowed to just flow.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I feel like the disappointment in these last couple episodes that maybe they're not very good at weaving that stuff in.
We'll have to see, because they're already shooting season 2. Like, they're already filming and shooting scenes of season 2 now.
I'm afraid.
You give me more Punisher, you give me more actual, like, superheroes and action, true villains, less of this filler crap we have going on right now. Like, if you give me more of that, I'll be good to go. Like, but right now they're just teasing things, and it's just like, I don't need a whole season of teasers. I need, like, maybe an episode.
Yeah.
And it was a short one, too. It was one of the shortest ones other than the bank heist filler episode, which was even shorter than this one. This was another short episode.
It was like 36 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Once you remove
the credits and the replay and all the intro and all that. Yeah. No, let us know what you guys thought in the comments. How is Born Again Season 1 for you guys? Are you optimistic about the new writers, or do you kind of favor Liam and you're like, man, does this just add more chaos to the situation? And do we really not know what this means for it? I know I was really excited to see, Frank Castle on camera, and I'm more disappointed that I haven't seen him again than anything else, especially because all of the teaser trailers for what's coming next have been so heavy Frank.
Have they?
Yeah.
I don't watch those.
And it's like, where is he?
I make sure not to watch those.
Yeah, I know you do. And that's why I don't talk about them openly with you, because I don't want to ruin it for you. But that's the only thing I'm going to add on the camera is like, come on now, like, deliver.
We got 2 more episodes for them to close everything out, wrap it up in a nice, neat bow, and hopefully do it justice.
Yeah. They're gonna pull some crazy shit, bring Foggy back to life, bring Muse back to life, just like start pulling all this crazy stuff, and then we're just gonna be like, what's going on? But anyway. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. As always, we always love to hear what you guys think about these episodes, about what we have to say. And also, we'd love to hear what you guys think and what you have to say about these episodes and your theories as well. Some of the best parts of going through some of these huge fantasy series that we do, such as Wheel of Time, Dune, is hearing your guys' theories, especially those of you guys who have like deep lore of like books or the comics, and then you can kind of compare them without spoiling them for us. That's always been a lot of fun too, guys. So just want to say thank you. We actually hit 28,000 subscribers last night, woke up to that. So it's all thanks to you guys that we get to do this every day. And I just want to tip my hat and say thank you guys so much. And if you want to contribute more than just your time, but also give a little bit back as well to help with these videos, then Patreon's a place to do that. And it's a little cup of coffee. You can become a member. With all that being said, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. My name is Chris.
Liam.
And if you really enjoyed this video, we've actually reviewed the entire season of Daredevil, giving you our true opinions and what we believe may or may not happen. You can go all the way back to the beginning and watch it all the way up to now with us right here on this playlist. However, if you're also not really enjoying Daredevil and you want to check out some of the awesome fantasy series that we're reviewing, a lot of great stuff going on there. You can check out a full Prime list we have right here of all the cool series, as well as something YouTube says you like over above my head. But other than that, guys, hit subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll see you on the video. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.